I always like to say there's only two things that change your life. Either something new comes into your life, a new possibility, a new opportunity, a new person, new luck, you win the lottery, something comes in and changes the direction of your life forever, or something new comes from within and you make new decisions for yourself, you set new standards, a new deeper level of motivation or drive or hunger comes into your life, and by necessity you decide to activate your potential again. And I think that there's been 3 times in my life that were completely transformed because both those things happen almost simultaneously. I bet you've had things in your life, like you can think back to what psychologists call critical incidences. Like moments in your life where something was so significant, an event happened to you that caused you to have to change, that made you want to be better. Maybe you didn't want it to happen to you, or maybe it did. It was luck or it was bad luck. And from that moment of luck or bad luck, you decided to transform the quality of your life. And that's exactly what happened to me 3 times I really think shaped me the most as a person. The first time, some of you all know, was when I was a young kid and I had a breakup with the first woman I ever loved. We'd gone to high school together. We thought we were going to get married. The relationship fell apart. And because my whole identity was tied up into her and the relationship, then I fell apart when the relationship broke. And I became, a broken young man. I fell into depression, into suicidal thoughts. And so this is one of those experiences where you did not want it to happen to you. If you ever had someone break up with you, you didn't probably want that. And it was just a really dark period of my life. And I remember in the depths of all that though, as many of you know, I had a car accident and I decided I really needed to transform. I needed to change my whole identity. I didn't need to I didn't just need a new morning routine. I needed to transform me. I don't know if you've ever been there where it wasn't like, oh, I need to change one habit. You're like, no, I need to change my identity. I need to become a different person because who I was not someone who was, fully who I really want to be. And so it's a transformation of identity. And when you make that huge shift in your life, when you say, I need to change who I am fundamentally, that is always a pivotal moment. It is always a changing day. That is like a time in your life I bet you remember. Some people it happens when they graduate high school, or they get divorced, or the kids leave the house, or they quit one job, or they move from one city to another one. It's like a total transformation in their life. But what makes that work or not work is whether within they now get clarity on the identity of who they want to be, what type of person they want to become, what values are important to them, how they want their emotional quality of life to feel, how they want to treat other people. In other words, when you get that, changing moment, you got to be more intentional. Like you really have to be way more intentional, because the first time we go through something in our life, we're kind of bumbling through and just going through the motions or reacting. But transformation begins with a greater awareness to who we really want to be and a more intentional way of living, right? At least that's what happened for me. I said, I'm going to take control of my thoughts. And I got into personal development. I started listening to, the Dale Carnegie type tapes, or like Napoleon Hill, reading Napoleon Hill books, or Zig Ziglar, or Og Mandino, or Tony Robbins, or, Wayne Dyer, Earl Nightingale. I got really dorky into the personal development world. And I also studied psychology. I started studying Alfred Adler and Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow and a lot of people and philosophers as well who helped me shape how to think about life, helped me realize life really is short, helped me realize that life is precious, helped me realize that either you are reacting in life or you are taking command of the wheel. And these types of things really helped support my transformation to becoming a happier and just a better man. The second time where that happened, where it was like something happened to me and I needed to make a shift within, right? Something new came into my life and I decided to activate something within at the same time. And that was when I had the opportunity to quit a job. And most people don't say they had an opportunity to quit a job, but it was like I went to a seminar, and I was sitting in a seminar and a guy was basically talking about how you could write a book and have a career as an author, and that could be a real thing. And I'd been writing, and I wanted to write a book, but I didn't realize it could be a career. I thought it'd be like a hobby thing, and it made me quit a good job. I mean, I left college, and I had a good job doing work for a consulting company, one of the world's largest consulting companies at the time, called Accenture. And I was doing like leadership development programs. I was working at a high level. I had amazing peers and coworkers. I was making good money, and yet I knew in my heart I wanted to write a book. And that opportunity, that new idea, wait, you could do this as a career? When that got in my head, that was something new coming into my life, right? A new idea, a new strategy, a new way. And that forever changed me. Because also in that moment, I decided to go within and say, I need to believe in the dream that has been sown in my heart. The adjustment I made was, up to that point, I was always trying to earn a job, go to college, like get the job, like work with this team. And I was always just like kind of forcing it and like taking the world by storm kind of stuff. But in my heart, I just wanted to be more of an artist and, write a book. And I didn't know how to do it. I'd never gone to a writing class, but I wanted to share my message with the world. And writing my book, Life's Golden Ticket, which was my first big commercial success book. And I just want to tell the world, hey, you have second chances. And when you have a second chance in life, be more intentional, be more thoughtful, be more loving, be more courageous. And that's the story of what the man goes through in my book, Life's Golden Ticket. But those two things lining up, something new coming into life, a new idea for abundance and becoming an author and living as an author. Oh, that's a new idea. Then activate something within. Oh, I would have to be so courageous to quit this job. I'd have to be so committed to my dream, to my art, to this belief that I can share this message. I'd have to go all in. And that's what I did. I quitted a job that was really good. It had a lot of busy work, but it wasn't my life's work. And that transformed the quality of my life forever, because the book came out and it did okay. But it forced me to learn to share my message, to communicate on video, to write blog posts, to do ultimately, years later, social media came around. It just taught me to believe in my ability to share a message and to have a career doing it. Transformed me forever, that moment. I would say the third reason, or the third moment where those two things collided, something new comes in and something new activates within, was when I had my brain injury. Some of you were with me actually, because I've been on YouTube for a long time and doing podcasts for a long time. In 2011, I wrecked a four-wheeler. It was an ATV, four-wheeler, and I wrecked it about 40 miles an hour. I, just rolled over. What happened? I just hit this little pillow of sand. I didn't lift up the four-wheeler in such a way, landed, boom, threw me off the bike. I rolled several times. Luckily, the bike did not land on me. But I snapped my wrist clean off. I, threw out my hip and my shoulders. I broke a couple ribs, and later ended up without knowing that I had post-concussive syndrome and TBI, traumatic brain injury. And it was not something I wanted. It felt like bad luck. And yet, when these things happen to us, we have to ask, what am I going to do with that? I can either go within and just suffer and be sad, or I can activate something within to cope, to be better, to grow. That old thing you often hear sometimes of some people, they have post-traumatic stress syndrome when something terrible happens to them. But psychologists are also finding some people also have post-growth syndrome, post-traumatic growth syndrome. Meaning after something negative happens to them, something in their mind digs deep within to be resilient, to climb out, to improve. They take that bad thing as a reason to become better. And that's what I did. I had the brain injury and I lost the ability to control my mind and my emotions. I was hurt physically. I was not in good health, obviously. And I said, okay, I'm going to have to take care of my health in such a way that I control everything that I can in a positive and healthy way so that I have brain health. Well, your brain is connected to your body. So everything you do to your body obviously impacts your brain. Your brain is part of your body, right? Often people say like there's this big difference between brain and body. I'm like, no, it's the same. The brain is the body is the brain. And so what you eat in your mouth goes in, affects your blood flow to your brain. It affects nutrients. It affects your hormones. It affects how you feel. It affects like everything. Whether you work out or not has a dramatic effect on both your mental emotions, your physical vibrancy. But that's the stuff of brain. Like how you feel at any given time is operated by ultimately your brain. And so I wasn't taking care of my body enough to really recover from my brain injury faster. And so, I saw all these nutritionists and these neuroscientists and psychiatrists who said, hey, here's some things that you can do to really optimize your health so that your brain heals faster. And that was transformative for me because I never really got it. Before that accident, I never really understood the brain-body connection. And so those are like 3 times in my life when I really had to take something that was going on and change myself because I wanted to live a better quality of life. And if you're there, I would invite you right now to write down those times in your life that were, what psychologists often call critical incidents. Like moments in your life when something significant new came into your life, good luck or bad luck, and how you decided to respond to it. Because it really tells you a lot about who you are and how you ended up where you're at today and possibly where you're going to go from here. I can think of all sorts of things that were significant in my life, from times I moved to times I took big risks, to times I placated, to times I was too fearful, from times I wasn't nice in a relationship, or I didn't do something responsible. We all have those times, but I invite you today, do the personal development of thinking through those major times in your life and ask, how did I respond to them? Did I use those critical incidences as moments to be more intentional, thoughtful, kind, courageous in the next go around? Because that's where transformation comes from. We all think transformation just, happens suddenly, something happens to us, but I'm always like, actually, real transformation happens when you take everything going on in your life and now you use it as a tool of self-awareness to say, okay, what's the next level for me? Who do I want to become now? How do I want to feel about life energetically, emotionally? How do I want my mind to operate? How do I want to care for my body? How do I want to treat people? How do I want to spend my days? What do I want to really do with my life? How do I want to shape my day's agenda so that me and my family can have a joyous, abundant, loving, connected life? These are the questions we ask when transformation is afoot. And so if you're watching this video, I ask you, make sure you go to transformationweek.com, because we actually have a Transformation Week challenge going on right now. You can click the link in this post and join us in Transformation Week. What that is it's me and my wife, Denise. We basically, throughout Transformation Week, obviously Transformation Week is a 7-day thing, right? Where we go and we give you new training every day for 7 days. And we're also live in the chat roll, taking on your questions and interacting with you so that you can really find where you need to transform your life. Is it like you need a significant shift in your relationships or in your career? You need a significant shift in your health, in what you're doing with your life? This is all part of Transformation Week, where every single day we give you a new video that helps you develop the mindset for personal development, that helps you give you a specific habit that we know if you implement this habit, you do increase your odds of success in life, and there's no question about that science. You do feel more confident, more happy. You do feel like your relationships improve, that you're more focused and productive. You're more influential, more courageous. These things are possible if you line up the right habits. And if you know anything about me, I've spent my entire career studying the habits of the world's most successful people. So we brought that into Transformation Week. We also give you all the tools and the resources and the community to help you grow. So if you ever loved an online challenge, you'll love this one. It's called Transformation Week. You can sign up at transformationweek.com for free. As you know, I'm always trying to give you all community and things that you can do that help you change your life. I would love for you to think about that today. What did change your life? What were the transformative moments of your life? And when they happened, did you step back and say, how will I use this to create the best quality of life that I possibly can? And that's why, I'm always here cheering you on, Denise and I, my wife, and she'll be in more videos and podcasts as we go throughout creating this new HPX community. For us, HPX stands for the High Performance Experience, right? We just believe that everybody wants to feel greater vibrancy and aliveness in their life. Everybody wants to feel a deeper connection with themselves and other people. Everybody wants to be more focused and excellence driven as they seek to make their difference in the world. So if you're into that, join our Transformation Week Challenge hosted by what we call HPX Life, High Performance Experience. So if you'd like to do that, go to transformationweek.com or click the link in this post to join us. I just deeply believe that your next level of breakthrough won't happen just by accident. It will happen because you're just more reflective about where you've been and what you've been through, but now you get more intentional about where you're going. If this video inspired that, please comment, please share, please make this part of, your day. Just sharing good stuff with other people. We call you in this community now Team HPX, which we just believe it's a team of people, all of us trying to live the high performance experience, trying to live our best life. Not always easy, but I hope that videos like this, episodes like this inspire you, my friend, because as Denise, my wife, says in Transformation Week over and over and over again, every single day you have a choice to transform your life. And every single day you have a choice to either go out and be average or to become extraordinary. So my friend, today, go be extraordinary. All right, hey guys, it's Brendon, and I hope you enjoyed my video today. If you did, would you do me 2 simple things? Number 1, share it with somebody else, and number 2, click subscribe down below. That will help so much, and then you'll get notices every time I post a new video. Also, if you're somebody who's always looking at my work and you're wondering how does he do it all? We have 2 new tools that can really help you reach what we call that high performance experience. As you know, I call you guys Team HPX, which HPX stands for High Performance Experience. It's that idea and that philosophy of living that says, I want to live the highest version of myself. I want a life that's, vibrant and connected and excellence driven. You want to reach that next level of high performance and success in your life. That's why I call you guys Team HPX. And we have 2 new tools for Team HPX that everyone is freaking out about, so I'll help you check it out. The first one is our new High Performance Planner. This is what I fill out every day to keep my mindset good and positive, to live a happy life, to really prepare myself for the day. So it helps me not only just set my goals, but make sure my priorities are clear, keep a clean schedule, review and rate and measure myself at the end of each day on the high performance habits that we know make you more successful. This is available on Amazon or most bookstores anywhere. It's called the High Performance Planner. Pick up a copy of it. It's what I fill out every morning. And our new HPX Optimize. Many of you have wondered how I keep the mental clarity and mental motivation and creative edge. This is our new supplement. It's called HPX Optimize. You can also find it on Amazon. And this is the thing that gives me that energy and that focus each day to be my best, which, as many of you all know, was really important to me. And I developed this because I had a brain injury in 2011, and it threw me off my A game, and my mind wasn't right, and I just didn't have the ability to focus anymore. And this is not a product to cure, brain injuries. This is a product for any person out there who says, I want a little more focus in the day. I want a little more creative edge. I want my mind to be just more alert and aware. And this is what the product does without caffeine, without GMO, without soy, without all the nonsense. Look it up on Amazon. It's called HPX Optimize. These are the 2 new tools for our HPX community. I hope you engage. I hope you'll look them up on Amazon. There's some links in the post down below where you can get them at the best rate. So please engage. Again, please subscribe, please share, stay part of Team HPX, and please, as you know, every single day, you have a choice. You can go be average or ordinary, or you can choose to be extraordinary. So my friends, go be extraordinary.